less than 30,000 industries. So there are so many benefits. We all know that when Umeme left,
the shift to Uganda Electricity Distribution Company,
it was not received with comfort, maybe.
Because maybe we're a bit skeptical. Ugandans are just a skeptical lot.
I have some figures here, and the MD, Engineer Paul Mwesige, really amazed us, including me, who thought I had done some little research.
Myself too, I was amazed.
We were all shocked to know that actually the Uganda
Electricity Distribution
Company is doing great. A total of 156,000 new connections have been done in less than a year.
Yeah, about 6 months period.
Even less than 6 months, actually. So having 156,000 connections in less than 6 months, it's not a small achievement by Uganda government. Then I also noted that the energy load growth of 13% from 986, where this is the language of these engineers, but clearly the connections have increased, the power supply is increasing, the charges of connections have reduced tremendously. That you can connect your house at less than 100,000 is doing well.
As we take a break, Edith, sorry for interrupting you, but
sure.
I'd like to ask, you talked about industrial parks, very key in ensuring that the economies of scale for our industrialists and those our investors. But at the core of that is human resource. I do not know how far-reaching the Investors Protection Unit goes, beyond just the investors, but to also how their work is being done and how it's impacting Ugandans, because directly, as we call in foreign direct investment, the indigenous investors, we're looking at creating jobs, we're looking at expanding our economy as a country. But the people, the work ethic and mechanisms of these industries, is it a concern that you pay attention to? More or less like monitoring and evaluation?
No, I'll be sincere that we don't go to that detail of understanding how the factories and industries or how investors are handling their human resource. We don't, but we pay attention to concerns of labor exploitation.
Sure.
That's what we pay attention. When Ugandans are not given the respect they deserve while serving in these factories. For example, we mind about those working in factories to have they call it the protective gears. Yes, we don't want our children or our fellow Ugandans to suffer at the expense of earning the little money that may not sustain their health for long. We mind about their safety. We mind about their their feeding, because if someone is working in a factory where he or she is expected to spend a whole day, we mind that they should be given some meals while on duty. We mind that, again, they should be having the body protective gears, like the helmets, like the masks, like the uniforms where it is due, and the gumboots to ensure that they are safe. But how they are paid, we all know that we don't yet have a minimum wage, a minimum wage, because we are still growing. As long as someone is given money that can sustain them for a month, we are still looking at ensuring that more people get jobs, so that the more that work, the more the burden reduces in families.
But I think actually what I intended to have is exactly what you've talked about, the working conditions.
Sure,
that's the most important. Yeah.
That one we mind when we get to know.
Okay.
We really follow up on that. We followed up with some investors that have factories in some areas, and we have seen their working conditions improve.
All right, thank you very much. Kano Edith, allow me to take a very short commercial break. We're still continuing with this conversation. It's 2 years later of the creation of the State House Investors Protection Unit and how far-reaching it has contributed in investment in the country, both foreign direct investment, but also bolstering the confidence of investment of our indigenous investors. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Moli ready na you. Get ready, Uganda. The Ekula Sustainable Tourism Festival 2025 is coming. 20th to 22nd of November at Sheraton Kampala Hotel. 3 electric days of music, chaser dance, culture, grand innovations, and unforgettable experiences. Jungle of the 7 wonders of Kampala being unveiled. Wolira, the first ever tourism anthem, and celebrate excellency at the Ekula Awards Gala Night. Fun, culture, and adventure all in one festival. Toswa. Celebrate the